two. Alright, and we're starting right about now. What's up, YouTube? How's everybody doing? It's your boy Reg in the building. I got my homegirl and homeboy Try and Ash with me.
What up?
What's good?
Alright. Sorry for the multiple delays and technical difficulties, like I said before, but the album we want to review today is Tevin Campbell's third studio album, and that will be Back to the World, released in 1996 on Quest Records. This album was known for singles such as Back to the World, I Got It Bad, and Could You Learn to Love. Alright, so with this review, I want to do something a little different with this review. Because I mostly want to ask a question like, why, how, and what? Because, the career of Tevin Campbell has always been a mystery and a thing of intriguement to like a lot of people. Especially when you talk about post I'm Ready.
Yeah.
So I feel like, it's time today to find out what really happened. What made this album the bomb that it was. But I'm getting way ahead of myself at the moment, I'm getting way ahead of myself. Let's take a little back step. After the release of I'm Ready, he had lost the Babyface When Can I See You and shit. And then he lost Best R&B Album to Boyz II Men, the 2 album. Which album we definitely got to talk about in the future too.
Yeah.
And so 1994 was a busy year for Tevin Campbell. He was getting in soundtrack placements like, Low Down Dirty Shame, a very underrated movie and shit like that. He also had like a super group. He was in a super group called Black Men United with Usher, Christopher Williams, D'Angelo was a songwriter, El DeBarge. Basically, to put it bluntly, every R&B nigga in the 90s up until 94 was in that super group. Let's just put it bluntly. Even R. Kelly was in it. So, other than that, this was also around the time when he was really getting kind of wild and shit like that, because he was getting into drugs and alcohol and shit. He was getting like a lot of. He was kind of wilding out for his age and shit, and he kind of wanted to make like a transition into like more mature. But before that happened, in 1995, he also voiced the character of Powerline from a Goofy movie.
Yeah.
Classic movie, in my opinion. Classic movie right there. Originally, that role was supposed to have gone to Bobby Brown originally, but Bobby went through his shit.
Yeah.
And commercial disappointment to a lot of people. So we're about to find out what really happened. How is it a disappointment? And is it really a disappointment? So production. Puffy, Chucky Thompson, Stevie J, Boom Brothers, Jimmy Jazz, and Keith Crouch. So Puffy's on this fucking album and shit like that. So around that time, he was coming off, Total self-titled, Faith Evans' Faith album and shit. He was prepping for 112's album and shit. So
Yeah.
maybe it can work and shit. So yeah. So like I said, it's gonna be very interesting. I'm gonna keep my opinions. This is the first I'm gonna display all my opinions to these songs and shit. So let's hit it. This album has about 12 tracks, so we'll see what we're about to do. Track number 1, Back to the World. Nice way to start the album and shit, in my opinion. Has like a very mid-90s R&B feel to it, definitely. Homeboy, it looked like O-Dog signed to Bad Boy Records and he's doing like a Shiny Shoe era music video with shit. Hold up. Let's try.
I think something went wrong on his end, I think.
Oh shit.
Mm.
Let me text him.
Yeah, yeah, that album cover. Ugh.
Yeah, I never liked the album cover. Like, oh my fucking god.
What was he thinking during this time?
Yeah, this is like I said, this is gonna be an interesting album to talk about and shit.
Oh yeah.
What the hell? I'm gonna try to add him back on. I think he got disconnected.
Yeah, I think that's probably what happened. Yeah, but speaking of Bad Boy and stuff, I noticed when I was like reading through like some of the song credits or whatever, the guys from 112, I guess co-wrote some of the songs off this album.
Yeah, I was reading up on that too and shit.
Yeah, and then some of them, I guess, did background vocals on, I think, a track or two off here,
Yeah.
which was cool.
They try you good?
You
Yeah.
there? Okay.
Yep. My bad.
Oh, what happened?
I couldn't hear you. Like the sound kept coming in fuzzy.
Oh,
Oh,
what? That's odd. Can
Yeah.
you hear us now?
yeah,
Yeah.
can you
Yeah.
hear?
Yep.
Okay.
My bad.
Yeah, I gotta see what's going on with this Skype thing though, cause I think I probably did something wrong on my end, or I can double check. But it's not supposed to happen like this.
Mm-mm.
But I was just saying I forgot to talk about the album cover. I never liked the
Yeah,
album cover.
yeah, we were talking about the album cover. He don't like it, and I don't either.
Me neither.
Like I was about to let this nigga slide for a minute, but I'm like, nigga, like it looks like fucking El DeBarge went gangster on us and shit. Like, I mean, I love Tevin Campbell. I love Tevin Campbell, but
Yeah.
it's just certain album covers I just can't let slide. You know, like especially that Soul for Real album cover.
You mean they first album cover with yeah.
I didn't see nothing wrong with that. I don't like talk about that one.
It looked random though. Like one of them was like looking one way, and then other one was like staring off into space.
Then there was this one nigga that looked like he gave like the best head out the whole group and shit. But yeah, but back to the world of song. I actually like the song Back to the World. It has that vintage Tevin Campbell sound. Even the video's pretty cool too. I like the video. So
I don't even remember the video, man. I like the song though. The song is nice. It has a nice beat to it. A nice melodic track. I like the pianos and the bass line on it. The part where Tevin is singing, "I know what you're thinking. I've been better off without you by my side, but baby, this season I don't want another I don't want another cold rain in July." And I like the chorus as well. Nice background singing. And I just thought it was a nice way to open up the album. Just start off with the title track, and it's a dope title track.
true.
Yeah, I love this song too because like every now and again I would hear this on Sirius XM Heart and Soul sometimes, and it's been years since I've seen the video. Like, yeah, but I just love everything about it. Like the sound of the song, the background vocals on here. Everything was just perfect, and for it to be the title track of the song, like I cannot think of him doing it any other way with this right here.
Exactly, man. Like when it comes to like his best song, I feel like this should definitely be up there when it comes to like diehard fans. But
Mm-hmm.
we all know what went on with this era. But man,
Mm.
all right. Track number 2 we got is "Dry Your Eyes." This song kind of reminds me of something that Prince would have wrote during like the Emancipation era, especially like the production, that slick production and shit like that. Yeah, this was pretty alright song. It was a pretty like uplifting song and shit like that. I felt like he was telling the girl like dry your eyes after like a heartbreak or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty straight song in my opinion.
Yeah, this was good. Another nice beat, melodic track, the bass line, everything about it was dope. The nice chorus. The bridge when he's singing during the middle of the song, he says, "I'll never give up trying. One day You'll be my girl. Till then, we're just friends. I'll be there to dry your eyes. And I thought it was another solid track. So far you got the first two. We started off the album real strong, and I like it.
Yeah, man. Well said.
Yeah, this is another song off here that I like because it's still a little upbeat, and everything like that. And I like how it's like him coming off kind of innocent, like like you comforting him, comforting some girl that I guess she is dealing with some heartbreak or whatever, and being a friend to her, and and saying that maybe one day that you'll be mine or whatever.
Right.
That was cute.
Yeah, man. That definitely kind of reminded me of some of the stuff he was right on his first album, but with more like a mature twist to it. So okay,
Mhm.
two songs the winner. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Track number three. You don't have to worry. This was produced by Diddy and Stevie J, and it has Total on the background vocals and shit. Yeah, this one was actually pretty dope. I like this one. You know what I'm saying? Definitely had like a more of like a traditional R&B feel to it. Tevin was trying to be on his Mac game on this one and shit like that. Yeah, man, very cool song.
That bad boy sound. When you hear like a bad boy ballad. I think of like the first Fake Devlin's album or the first Total album or 112. It
Right,
has that bad boy ballad sound to it. With the pianos and the lush melodies and the
right.
beat, nice, real slow beat. Um, I like the chorus as well. The lyrics with Tevin is singing, no doubt, baby, you can rest your mind. I will keep you satisfied. I will make you feel a way you never felt before. And this is Puffy all over it. You can tell this is Puffy. From the minute I heard the song, I'm like, yeah, Puffy did this joint. And I think it was dope that to hear Tevin use Puffy on a couple of tracks on this album because Tevin don't fit that bad boy image,
Hell no.
but I definitely feel like Puffy gave him like some good joints on here.
And like, and that's one thing. That's one thing I'll have to say when it comes to like Bad Boy. Like when it comes to like Bad Boy, the R&B ish Bad Boy,
Right.
like 95, 96, and I would
Mhm.
say slightly 97 were the best years. Period.
Right.
And shit.
Yeah.
That's my opinion and
Oh
shit.
yeah.
Cause you.
Oh yeah. I definitely. I think they had some of the best like as far as R&B, they had like some of the best R&B during the 90s, even early 2000s. I think it's the rap part is where people get turned off by. But I definitely like when you
Oh yeah.
listen to like the first Fake Devlin's couple of albums in 112, Paul Thomas first album Emotional, those are like the best of Bad Boy as far as the R&B stuff.
I agree.
Yeah, this one it had to take me a minute for it to grow on me, and I just never wouldn't expect Tevin to work with Diddy at all people. Like because when you think of Bad Boy, like yeah, you do think of Faith and Big and 112 and Carl Thomas and all those people, but I say him being involved with Puffy as well as Stevie J during around this time, it was a good fit. It's something that you would never expect from him, but overall, the song was great. Everything from Total singing the background vocals to it to just everything about this song is he did a phenomenal job with this one.
Yeah, man. Like this is when Bad Boy does good, they do good on shit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cause yeah, track number four we got is I Got It Bad. This one is another Bad Boy produced song right here, but it's kind of like a very different song than most because it has like a more jazzy feel to it.
Yeah.
Which something cause I always thought Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, not Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, Jazz Chucky Thompson did this one. I always thought he did this one and shit. But I was like, oh shit, that Puffy did this one. I was like, oh okay. So, I like this one. Definitely like this one. I like when the line where he says, "You make me shiver, you make me weak, you make it good." So sometimes I just can't speak. Like, I definitely loved when how he was saying those lines with such swagger and confidence and shit. Like, yeah, I got it bad. Definitely a dope song. Should have been a bigger single in my opinion, but I don't
Yeah.
think people were ready for that shit.
Oh yeah. Dope song, real smooth beat. You know the bass line, the guitars, real melodic track. I like once again like it has like that bad boy sound, but like Chucky Thompson did it,
Right.
and people should know Chucky Thompson. He did stuff for Ready to Die and for other artists as well on Bad Boy. But I definitely feel like this was a dope track by him, and I don't even remember this as a single, but it was this was dope.
Wait, was this a single or?
Yeah, it was the second single from what I looked up.
Oh, oh, that's surprising. Yeah, this was another song off the album that it had to take me a minute to let it grow on me, but yeah, just it does give you those like jazzy vibes of what you were saying, and I low key never thought this was a single because I never heard it getting played on the radio, even on Sirius XM Heart and Soul or whatever. But it was a good song. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, because like I don't know. I think with this album, he really wanted to push like he's not a kid no more and stuff. I think he was like 16
Mhm.
at the time of this album, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
And I think. Let me look it up. Let me look it
I
up.
thought he was in his early 20s by this time.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to
Oh
say.
yeah, yeah. He was. He
Didn't he hit
was.
20?
Right.
I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Yeah, he was in his early 20s, and people weren't ready for him to be grown up yet, because they still looked at him like a teenager and shit. But hey, people grow up. People grow up. You got to get used to it.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. That's the thing. That people don't understand. Like when you do hear certain artists, I guess when they start out as like I don't know preteen or in their teenage years or whatever, and then when they come become young adults, it's hard for the artist to be taken seriously, and it's like I don't want to be looked at as a little kid anymore. Like I want to be looked as a grown up because I mean, let's be real, we aren't all not gonna stay that young forever.
Exactly. Like we gotta evolve and grow up and like try new
Exactly.
things. You know.
Uh-huh. He not the only artist that's happened to. Like I know there's a pretty long list.
Oh yeah.
Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It'll catch up to him one day. It'll catch up
Hmm.
to him. Shit. Gary Coleman.
Oh yeah.
The whole Different Strokes cast. I mean,
Yeah, Todd Bridges is I think the only surviving cast member
yeah,
from that.
yeah.
Yeah. When people speculated back in the day he would be the first one to go, but uh-uh.
Hell no. Will is still with us and shit.
Mhm.
Yeah. But yeah. Did everybody go for this song and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Bet. So next track we got is "Could It Be." This is my
No, no, no.
favorite.
Wait, that was Tell Me Where.
Tell me.
Oh shit, my be. Oops. All right. Tell me where. Yeah, that's the next track.
Mhm.
This is produced by the Boom Brothers. Um, this track was okay. You know, it's a typical "oh your man was mad to you, so I'll be your Superman" and shit kind of song. So that's what I think I got from it. It was okay. It wasn't even one of my favorites, but big ups to Boom Brothers and Babyface writing this song and shit. So yeah,
Mhm.
Tevin playing Captain Save-A-Ho on this song. Yeah.
got to save a hoe.
It's not like him, but it was a nice song, nice ballad, nice beat and keys. The parts where he sings, I know your story. He stayed out late last night and he didn't even call. But don't you worry, you can cry on my shoulder. I just want to hold you. And like Reg said, like he's playing Superman and he's here to save like a chicken. her man is out late and cheating on her or whatever. It's something different from Tevin. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, this is another song that I liked right here, and kudos to Babyface for being a part of this song because you hear him singing background on here as well, and it comes off as another innocent song, I guess you could say, like him being that shoulder to cry on for a female because she's dealing with issues with a man who ain't treating her right and all that stuff. It was one of those songs that never gets old to me.
I agree. I definitely agree. But I feel like in the '90s there was too many Captain Save a Hole kind of songs and shit. I feel like the best one was Joe. All the things your man won't do.
Oh,
That's the best one.
Oh yeah.
All Joe gotta do is do a fucking lean. The girl just falls in love with him. All he gotta do is just fucking lean and shit. Anyway, alright, so lean and wear a leather jacket. That's all you gotta do. Um, track number 6. Could it be? Yeah, this is my favorite song off the album and shit like that, man. Like all my Wiz Khalifa fans should know about this track.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
oh yeah,
Um,
he did sample this, and I know someone else sampled this too. Wale.
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, like Jimmy Jazz, he produced this track. Yeah, man, this was a very dope track, man. Very dope track. This should have definitely been a single. I
I
don't know.
agree, man. I totally
It
agree.
should have definitely been a motherfucking single.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, man. Like, this was like a perfect kind of summer feel good kind of. Like, come on, man. Like, really?
Yeah. I really feel that the general public was ready for something like this from him, and
Yes.
I wish they would have dropped this as a single. Could you imagine him having a video for this?
That's what I'm saying. Like, him dancing in the
That
rain
would
or
have
some
been
shit like that.
fire. Yes.
Like, even the chorus, it's catchy. Like, could it be? Could it be
Yeah.
something? Like, that shit's hot. And
Right.
I usually don't like overhype shit like this, but that shit's hot as fuck. That should have been a single, like dead ass. But
Yeah.
man, like media niggas weren't ready for this shit. But that's all I'm gonna
Uh-uh.
say. Shit,
Yeah, I think it was a nice beat. It has to me it has like a gospel feel to it
for
at the
real.
beginning of the song when it starts off.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the lyrics where he sings, "Can't wait to see you, baby. I know you're there alone," and I was thinking maybe he could come home. I like the sample because I remember that sample from the Wiz Khalifa song "Up"
Yes.
from Cushion OJ, and
Mm-hmm.
that's always been one of my favorite songs off of that mixtape, and I think that's like one of Wiz Khalifa's best projects.
I
His
agree.
early work is his best to me,
I
and
agree.
I like the way that they use that sample for this song. Well, I know this came out before, way before Wiz Khalifa, but I like the way that sample was used. It was a nice track.
Exactly, man. Like, cause when I first heard the track, I was like, I thought it was a fucking ad or some shit. I was like, damn. 'Cause I didn't even know the Up song was even sampled to begin with. I just thought it was just some beat that was made on like Pro Tools or FL or something. I was like, oh
Right.
shit. And from this album, from Tevin himself, I was like, oh damn.
Mm-hmm.
Wisby, that's sample digging right there, for real.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. This is a very underrated song off this album here. I would I know prior to the day, I remember I used to play this album a lot when I was in high school, and I would have this joint on repeat because I'd be like, this sounds too good right here. Like I just love like how it starts off at the beginning, but then like when he reaches to the chorus, it's like the tempo changes up, and I like that.
For
And
real.
yeah, I just really wish this would have been a single and him having a video for this back in the day. I really feel like the people would have loved it back then because that way they would see Tevin as a mature young man back then.
Right.
this really could have been what really would have made, I guess, the album really pop.
Cause it Loki has a weird like brandyish kind of feel to it. I don't know if it's just me,
Yeah,
but man, like I feel like that would if there was like one song that really should have been big, it should have been that one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's Could It Be? Very dope track right there. Track number 7, I Need You. Another dope track where you can definitely hear like the maturity and shit like that. This was produced by the Boom Brothers. I think basically it's kind of like memories of a girl he used to be with and shit like that, and this yearning for one's love. That's the best way to describe this track. Again, vocally, he's definitely on his A game on this shit right here. Very dope song.
yeah. The beat, it reminds me of. I don't know if it's the same beat used, but the beat reminds me of the addictive beat by Truth Hurts.
Ooh,
Like it sounds like the same drum pattern, but I'm not sure. But that's what I got in mind when I first heard the song.
got you.
Dope beat, real funky. The song, the lyrics he says, it's been a while since I had a break from work. Memories of you always creep up into my head. And baby, if there was any such of wishing, I wish for you to be right next to me instead. So I thought that was dope, and just he sounds like he was singing about reminiscing with a female, like you said, and I thought it was a dope song.
Yeah, man. Like so far, I don't see no bad tracks on this whole fucking project so far and shit. So yeah.
Yeah. I Need You, like I like the beat to it because it's like one of those joints you could hear like at a house party or something, or like a gathering or whatever. And it is it just me, or does it like I guess the beat of it sound like it was sampled from something, but I just don't know what it is.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's kind of like I feel like as if I've heard it before somewhere, but I'm not too sure.
I have to re-listen to it. I definitely gotta re-listen to it to be real.
Yeah, but it's not a bad song at all.
Mm. All right, that's dope. That's dope. So then we got I'll Be There with that's produced by Diddy and Chucky Thompson. Hmm. Yeah, this track was okay as well. Not really one of my favorites, but it's not a bad track to begin with. So it's a decent track. I'm gonna leave it right there.
Hmm.
Real nice quiet storm ballad. Sets the mood just right. Nice pianos. The song sounds something like, I think it sounds like something I'll be sure would have done.
Yeah.
And Puffy once again came through with this track. Beautiful singing by Tevin. The nice chorus. The parts where he says, "Don't take your love from me. I'll be there. You can always count on me." Love that. Just a real nice, smooth track.
Yeah, man.
I'll Be There is not a song I would put on repeat. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's just not one of those ones that really intrigue me like some of the other songs on off this album. So I mean, besides, I mean, don't get me wrong, the chorus is good, and I'm not sure you could probably hear like the guys from 112 singing in the background if you listen to it like that.
Right.
Hmm. But I mean, it's not a terrible song, but it's just not one of those ones that you know really would grab my attention like that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, I definitely like where he was going with it, but it was just like, you know what I'm saying? But then we get to We Can Work It Out. Again, this was produced by Diddy and Chucky Thompson. This was written by Slim of 112, Q Parker, all them niggas and shit.
Yeah,
Very
all 112 wrote it. Yep.
facts. Very dope track right here. Definitely has that like very like how can I put this? Like it has that, we can work it out kind of feel to it, like 50-50 love kind of feel. Like if y'all know what I'm talking about. Um
Yeah.
Cause he's definitely saying that, like, even though like we bullshit around with the relationship, love's always still gonna remain strong, and that's what people should definitely like take from this song too and shit. So we can
Right.
work it out. Definitely a dope track right there.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. Dope melodic track. I like that has like a real deep, dark bass line to it. The beat is dope, the pianos. 112 definitely did their thing on this song, I definitely I could hear 112 over this song as well. Tevin did his thing. He sang beautifully on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the parts where he's talking about even though we both made mistakes, our love stayed strong as if nothing was wrong. Singing about messing up in a relationship and wanting to fix it instead of like going their separate ways. And I thought that was a dope song. One of my favorites on the album as well. And I think 112 definitely is underrated as an R&B group, and they don't really get the recognition that they deserve. I definitely feel like they need to get their props, and this is like a reason why, because like they can write a song for artists like Tevin Campbell, and it still come out dope.
Exactly and shit, man. Like 112, man. Damn.
Mhm. This is another favorite of mine off this album here. Like, I'm glad that these guys like really did a phenomenal job writing the song for Tevin. And then too, I can also imagine like them doing it themselves. Cause I mean, it would sound dope. Cause I mean, 112 is a very great R&B group, and for
Yeah.
them to write a song for Tevin, a wonderful one at that, it just really speaks volumes to like the talent that these guys have. And it's not. And I'm surprised that they're not given just due is like as far as like how well they are in the music business. So yeah.
I agree. I definitely agree with what
Hmm.
you're saying. Like they're not like one of my favorite R&B groups, but like I don't like dislike them. Like to see at least,
Right.
but.
I mean, they have some good stuff. Don't get me wrong. I'll admit that.
True.
I think they have way better albums than next. I'll tell you that much.
Shit. Like I said, next only had like one good album.
Yeah, one.
Oh Lord.
All of a
Shit.
sudden they're legends now.
No, 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 no. Mm-mm.
Shit.
I had to get my little next jab in there.
I know, because of RL and
Yeah.
Shit. Next track, we got this beautiful thing. Um, One of the best tracks off this album, in my opinion. This was produced by Keith Crouch. I love the acoustic guitar and the keyboard that was on this fucking track. I never knew Kenny Lattimore did backing vocals on this track right here.
Same, man. I did not know that until I was reading the album credits and then hearing his voice, and I was like, oh shoot, that is him.
Yeah, cause around this time he was getting ready to release his first and only good album, his debut album and shit.
Wow. No.
I ain't hear no from Kenny except that
Ah,
first album. So I'm not gonna go
I
let
ham
me
mean,
on it.
he dropped
let
a
me
lot of
stop.
other stuff after his debut album as well,
Yeah.
but that's another story we could talk for a different day. So,
I mean, like I like Kenny Lattimore. Don't get me wrong, but like most of his stuff be putting me to sleep sometimes.
wait. What about his latest album, Vulnerable?
I never heard his latest album. Like
Oh, it's on Spotify, man. Ain't on YouTube, so.
shit. Him and Shantae. Let me just say that.
Oh God.
I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I'm tripping.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Like, but like, yeah. But beautiful thing. One of the lines I do like from this track was when he says, "How could you really ever know if I never extend my hand? I don't want to make you run a race, so I'll pray you'll understand. My hesitation with love relations could be my only doubt and fear. Then, baby, you came into my life, and now you're all I dream. And once again, I'm thinking him. Like, very dope song, man. Like, you can definitely vocally again dope as usual. So, yeah, I
Mhm.
definitely love the beat too.
Yeah, dope melodic track, nice beat. You know the parts where he's singing. I don't want to get all sensitive, but if you don't know, I care. And yeah, it was a dope song. I didn't know Kenny Lenable was singing on it. Uh, like I said, his first album was dope. I haven't heard nothing else from him, so I'm not gonna give him no hell. I mean, at least he's not coming out and saying he's a legend. So you know, props to him for that. Unlike other people.
You just not gonna let this shit go.
Nope, nope, nope. When niggas want to be petty, I'm gonna be petty back.
Mm.
Oh shit, man. You and RL, man. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Beautiful Thing is another song that I love off this album, and I honestly did not know that Kenny Lattimore did background vocals for this back in the day, and into it, like this was the year when he was coming out with his solo album as well, and it was beautifully done, like from the guitars and everything. It's just a phenomenal song, that never gets old.
Yeah, man. Like I definitely love this song too. It could have been like a nice little. I feel like if this song was placed above higher and shit like that, people would recognize it a bit more. But it is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah,
Um, Track number 11, Could You Learn to Love? This song teamed him up with Babyface. One of the
again.
best songs off this album too. Because him and Babyface never make some bad shit together, in my opinion.
Oh.
Nope, nope, no. Like, like especially Babyface around that time too. Nigga was on fire and shit.
Mhm.
Yeah, very dope track. Love this track too. I never seen the video. I just know they had a video to that song. So
Yeah,
gotta
I
see
don't
it.
think I've seen the video either.
Right. So yeah, man. Could you learn to love, man? Very dope.
Yeah, a great song for Tevin and him for him to collaborate once again with the phenomenal Babyface. I mean, when artists work with this man here, it's like everything turns to gold. Like you would never in a million years hear a bad track from this man at all. It's a wonderful thing. Like it's a blessing to be even in the presence of a phenomenal producer, songwriter, and artist of his caliber, and for them to just continue to make magic, even with this song here, that really speaks volumes. And it's another song off this album that I never get tired of.
I agree. The most definitely. I think.
Yes. I think it was a dope song. You know, the nice pianos and beat, real melodic. You know, Babyface. You could tell it's a Babyface song because he has that signature sound to all his production, especially during the '90s. You know, and I like the lyrics where Tevin says, "Maybe I don't deserve your affection, but I got it bad for you. So maybe I need some communication. And when I give my heart, you give me your heart too." I thought that was dope. Also, I want to show people this is Kenny Lattimore's first album. I was looking for it. That's why I took my camera off. But this is his first album. Never Too Busy. Big hit single for him.
Yeah, my mom has that CD too.
Yes, this was a dope album. I haven't heard nothing else after that, but he's a dope singer. Very underrated.
Well, he dropped many albums after that. I know he did plenty of collaborative ones with his ex-wife Shantae Moore,
Yeah.
stuff like that too. And just as I was mentioning earlier, Vulnerable is his latest album because they play some songs off of that album a lot on the radio.
Okay.
Man, all I would say once Maxwell came out, it was a wrap.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Shit. But yeah, that's what's that song called? That's Could You Learn to Love?
Yeah.
And the last track off this album, Break of Dawn. Hmm. Yeah, this was produced by Jamie Jazz and shit like that. I gotta be real with you. I don't remember this song. I listened to it, but it's like I didn't write. I forgot to write notes on this particular song and shit.
Right.
So all I'm just gonna say, from when I first heard it, I felt like it was decent and shit.
Yeah, it was a nice song, nice beat, real groovy, bass line, guitars, the parts where he's singing, "Are you satisfied?" Because I just can't deny that the way you love me, it makes me melt inside. Nice way to close the album out. I thought it was dope.
Bet.
Yeah, it was a pretty decent song. That I know there'll be certain times when I would replay this album. It's like I tend to forget this is even the final track on here sometimes, but then too, it's like the beat of is good too, but it's just like it's not one of those songs that stands out to me, even though it's the final track off the album.
Right.
I agree. All right, man. That was Back to the World. I have to be real with everybody. This is possibly my second favorite album from Tevin Campbell. I was actually kind of worried before when I heard this. I was like, oh shit. I've heard all the bad reviews. I was like, what's going to happen? But then one of my friends played it for me and shit, and I was like, damn, this is not a bad album. Like, I feel like vocally is definitely his best album. Vocally, like
Mhm.
even the songs that I felt like were kind of decent, I felt like it was still had like a certain thing about them. They made it stand out too. So the only bad thing is the album cover. The only bad thing is the album
Yeah,
cover.
yeah, yeah. Because I know it makes you wonder sometimes what was he thinking back then, and
But
who told him it was a good idea.
Puffy.
shit. But if I was to rate this album, I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5. Yeah, it's very surprising, but I feel like this album is very underrated. Like,
Mhm.
I feel like with this album, people weren't ready for this album from him, per se. Cause, Kel, people weren't even ready when this nigga did that song. Shh. So,
Yeah.
No, they weren't.
for real, like, but at the same time, like, I'll say if they cut like a couple of songs out, then I'll give it a 5. But it was a pretty good album. Highly recommended.
Yeah, I think it was a good album. Solid tracks, solid production by Jamie Jazz and Chucky Thompson, Puffy, Babyface. A nice mix of mid-tempo tracks and ballads. Tevin always had a beautiful voice. I think he was great on this whole album. You know, it's real R&B. And there was he didn't try to overdo it. There wasn't like no collabs of rappers and stuff.
Mm-mm.
That's like something that was very prevalent during the '90s in R&B.
Yeah, I just
And
noticed that too.
yeah, and I don't ever think Tevin was the type to really dabble in that. I don't remember any song he did with like another rapper, and that wasn't his thing.
Mm.
He kept it like very traditional to the genre of R&B, the way it should be.
Mm-hmm.
And that's very rare for an artist, to come out of that time to just stick to the genre and not, dabble with the remixes and all that. That wasn't really him. And he did his thing. My favorite tracks would be "You Don't Have to Worry," "I Need You," "I'll Be There." I think it was a great album. Like I wish it was promoted more. I don't think it was promoted enough when it came out. But I would give it a 4. I think it's a solid 4. He has a solid discography from his first album, and then I'm Ready, and then this album. I think all three of them were solid. I think it's a good album.
That's well said, man. Well said.
Back to the World is a very underrated album by by Tevin Campbell because it really showcased him growing like growing from I'm ready to at this point in his career. And I feel that if it was promoted a whole lot more, then maybe it wouldn't have been considered as a disappointment to critics. I mean, this album has so many good, well produced tracks by from Diddy to Stevie J to Babyface to 112. I mean, come on, like you can't go wrong by with this album right here. For anyone who's like a fan of this man's music, I would recommend Back to the World for any of them, and I give this album a solid 4 out of 5.
Shoot, man. It kind of makes me want to listen, to the last album and shit.
The one he did in '99.
Yeah, the Neo Soul album.
It's funny that you mention that because I don't know if they sell that one on Amazon. I mean, if you want to look for this one here, I think there's only like a limited quantity left. And the same thing goes with I'm Ready. And I don't know if his first album, the Tevin album, is up there.
Okay, I feel you.
Mhm.
But yeah, very dope review, y'all. Of course, good as usual.
Mhm.
They'll try.
Yeah.
I know you're ready to talk about this.
What's that?
That's the Door of Strange Days and shit.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's on Tuesday, right?
You said Tuesday?
Yeah. When is that?
Hold on. Let me look at my calendar, cause I know you said you want to do Cypress Hill Wednesday.
Yeah.
Cause I was gonna say, let me think. We can possibly do this one on Friday.
All right.
Yeah, cause my birthday is actually this Saturday, everybody. So
Hey.
Let me know what day. I might be out on Friday night, so let me know what time you gonna do that.
okay, more than likely it'll be the afternoon.
Okay, cool.
Cause I might have me some birthday. I'm having some. Fuck. I'm having some birthday plans myself and shit like that. So
Okay.
yeah, but all I'm just gonna say is I'm gonna get fucked up this weekend. I'm gonna spoil myself this whole fucking weekend. Like, I'm gonna be 24 years old. Scorpio, the best sign as always. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. For sure.
Scorpio in the building. That's all I'm gonna say.
My mom and my sister, they're Scorpios too.
Same. My mom's a Scorpio. Hers is November 21st.
My mom's is on the 15th.
That's what's up. Yeah, I got it 3 minutes before midnight. Yeah. I'm gonna try to send it. I'm gonna try to upload it for you, okay? No, I was just joking. No, I was like literally just playing around with you. But I'm gonna. Yeah, because I'm trying to like finish up a video too. That's the thing too. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'll upload it. I'll let you know, okay? Well, the video's literally live right now, Jake. I'm sorry, so sorry about that, but we'll continue talking. Motherfuckers try to have an attitude with me, that's all. But other than that, yeah, I definitely want to talk about the Strange Days album with Shoot My Nigga and shit. So
yeah.
I know you always wanted to talk about that fucking album.
The Doors?
Yeah.
Yeah, just something different, man. You can't talk about rap all the time. Just something different, another genre.
I definitely feel you. I feel
You
you
know,
on that.
and I have like cousins like in the Caribbean that grew up like listening to that stuff. So you know,
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna end this video off early because one of my friends trying to piss me off and shit. But
all right,
Oh boy.
all right. But other than that, I'm gonna talk to y'all later and shit.
cool.
All right, thank y'all so much for watching this review. Sorry for this abrupt ending, but got some business to handle. Peace. Have a good night, everybody.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.